what we want to do, we want to start on flu. You said this is flu season. Tell us about it.
You know, this is an important time of the year because flu season is at its worst actually between January, February, March, sometimes even April and May. But now's the time to get your body prepared for the flu.
No one's thinking about the flu now. We just had 95-degree weather for about 8 weeks, I would say, but this is true.
That's right. And so planning is always better than not planning. And planning to protect your health is some of the most important things you can do, because without your health, you have, nothing. And so now is the time to plan. Flu shots are now available. The flu manufacturers have the flu shots available now in the commercial stores, the pharmacies and supermarkets, and the health department is starting to get its shipments in. And so for our senior population, we want to make sure that our seniors, those 65 and above, make sure they're protected by their flu shots, because last year, during that H1N1, pandemic flu outbreak around the world, 81% of the deaths in the state of Maryland from the flu were from people that had other complicating illnesses. And so last year there were about 45 or 46 deaths in the state of Maryland. 40 of those deaths were in people that were in adults. And of those, all of those deaths, unfortunately there were 5 children last year that died from the flu. 40 adults died from the flu. 81% of those deaths were in people that had underlying medical conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, emphysema, diabetes, hypertension.
Diabetes, no kidding.
So we want to make sure that all of our adults and seniors, our seniors especially, make sure they take advantage of getting their flu shot and their pneumonia shot. Get it early, because it takes a couple of weeks for your body to develop the immunity. So if you get the flu shot early in the season, by the time November, December comes, your body's protected and you'll be in your best position not to catch the flu. So
these different areas that you were saying, the supermarket, the health department, supposing a person, you talk about online illness. Well, now explain that when you talk about that, because you said diabetes. That was one of them that I recognized. You know what I mean? But just explain that.
So typically, if
online disease,
underlying diseases.
Okay.
Typically, it's fortunately the way God made our bodies is that, for better or worse, there are certain common factors we can have in our bodies that either protect us or put us at risk. Unfortunately, if someone has heart disease, cardiovascular disease, has had a stroke before, hypertension, diabetes, pulmonary diseases like emphysema, COPD, asthma, that puts them at risk for a lot of different problems.
Is that right?
We just finished the summer with the heat wave. Unfortunately, 95 to 99% of all the deaths of seniors that occurred in the heat wave were in individuals that had these underlying cardiovascular metabolic conditions like the diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, cancers. When you have an underlying disease that you're being treated for, hopefully all of your viewers are being treated for their chronic diseases, you have to be very careful, because that puts your body at risk to contracting other illnesses like influenza.
Is that right? Wow.
So you have to know, that if you have diabetes or high blood pressure, or have had a stroke, had a heart attack, have asthma, lung disease, cancer, you have to see your doctor and make sure you're in your best possible shape and health with the assistance of the care of your doctor.
Well, what about the shape of the person? If they're in good shape, go to the spa and exercise and run and that type of thing, that have any effect on it?
Yeah, it does. The best thing you can do is to keep your body in the best possible shape. Our bodies were made to move. And so before we got into cities and counties and living in homes, when people used to, like my parents and my grandparents did, you wanted water, you had to go down to the well. You wanted to
go to the spigot.
You couldn't go to the spigot, that's right. Now I know up until the age 12, 13, my grandparents are my parents are from Sparta, Georgia. And down in Georgia, I know going down there to visit and starting a fire, going down to the well.
Activity.
Activity. That's the bottom line, that your body is made to move. If your body does not move with some type of activity, I don't use the word exercise because some people say I don't like to exercise. Gardening, cutting the grass, walking to the store, taking a nice leisurely walk around the block, sweeping, any of those activities help make you stronger. Then the other thing is to make sure that activity of your hand feeding things to your mouth is putting the right foods in there. All those fresh fruits and vegetables are very important. Get away from the processed foods. Anything that's processed, that's in a can, or in a bag that's processed, it's going to have high sodium, may have high fat content. So get away from the processed foods, more fruits and vegetables, more fresh fruits, more activity, like you said, and that person's going to be healthier, even if they have some underlying medical conditions.
So you heard it here. It's very important. I want to bring this message to you through Dr. Shell here, because this is the time to think about it. I know most of you out there, you've been going through a hot summer and everything. You're thinking about cooling off. And I know I wasn't thinking about the flu. I was thinking about Labor Day coming up, or a holiday coming, what I'm going to do.
That's right.
But those precautions, now do you, can a person pick that up in your office or anywhere, that advice?
We do. We have information on our website.
Okay.
And so at our website, you can get some links for how to optimize your health. And so we have some information and fact sheets for everyone how to stay healthy. The other thing I'll say is with this flu season, the flu vaccines have changed a little bit. There are new options available this year that were not available last year. Last year we had the seasonal flu and the H1N1 flu. This year there's one flu shot that has 3 different flu virus strains included in it.
Is that
so it's
right?
kind of one shot, you get 3 flu vaccines in one shot.
One shot? Well, can you order that? How do you determine that? Would every unit that's given flu shots have this one shot?
That's right. That's the only one that's available now.
Right.
But now, so there's one flu shot that has 3 different flu vaccines inside of it. But there's a regular dose, and some of your listeners may hear about something called a high dose flu shot. And so there's the regular amount of flu vaccine in the regular shot that's going to have the 3 vaccines in one shot. But there's another vaccine that has 3 vaccines in one shot that's at a stronger dosage. So they call it the high dose flu shot versus the regular dose flu shot. Now, even though the high dose flu shot is available, and so your listeners may go to their doctor, they may go to the pharmacy, supermarket, they may say, do you want the high dose flu shot or do you want the regular dose flu shot?
I see.
In medicine now, the high dose flu shot will probably protect you better from the flu faster. But the high dose flu shot may give you a little more aches at the place where you get the injection, and it may also give you a little more flu-like symptoms when you first get it. But the science does not say whether or not you'll be healthier or better protected. It's not absolute yet. So even though the Food and Drug Administration has approved the high dose shot, and even though the high dose shot will boost your immune system faster, but they haven't shown whether or not the high dose shot will make you healthier compared to the regular shot.
Right.
So if you want to increase your chances of getting your immune system working faster and stronger, you take the high dose shot, knowing that you may get a little more aches in your arm and you may get some flu-like symptoms after you get it, but you increase your chance of being protected. If you get the regular dose shot, some people get a little ache at their arm and may get a little flu-like symptoms. That's normal. But this year there's 3 vaccines in one shot, and there's 2 variations of that shot. One of them is the high dose, which is made for seniors to boost your immune system.
Oh, the high dose is for seniors.
It's made for seniors. That's right.
Okay. You know what we're going to do? There's a hot topic out now called the stem cells. Give us your opinion about it.
You know, the stem cell piece, the body works that we have cells that can differentiate or form into different cells. And so if I told you that I had a piece of bread, and that piece of bread, I could either make that piece of bread into cinnamon bread, or I could make it into any other flavor of bread that you wanted, would all begin with one type of bread. Well, the body has cells in it. And so we have skin, we have muscle, we have bones, we have organs, and all of those organs are made up of cells. Stem cells are the original cells where all of those organs come from. And so the fact that our body is made up of hair and skin and eyes and teeth and liver and kidney, that stem cell has the potential to form into any one of those different organs in our body. And so the potential in the research for stem cells is that if you take a stem cell, which is an embryonic or it's an early form of the cell, you put that stem cell inside of an organ, then that stem cell will change into that cell for that organ and rejuvenate or improve or heal the illness that's in that organ. And that's the potential that's there.
Hey, that sounds wonderful to me. I just wonder why there's some opposition to, or is it the money that's involved in stem cell research, or what is it?
It's where the stem cell comes from. And so if the stem cell, a lot of the discontent or the arguing around it is that if you take stem cells from embryos, people don't like it. If you take it from adults, they're okay with it.
They're okay. Okay. With that, I want to thank you, Dr. Schell, for being here and giving us information on the flu shot. It's so very important. People don't understand. They need to go to the doctor or either at, give us the address where the health department where they can pick it up quickly.
The health department is on Hospital Drive, right across the street from Prince George County Hospital Center. It's the best way to remember it.
Okay. All right, then. Once again, Dr. Schell, thank you for about the information about the flu shot and about the stem cell. And we're looking forward. You know, you coming back on here, maybe just before that flu is supposed to hit before January. So we want to just keep tuned to Ed Brown's show. You find out of what's happening as far as your health is concerned from Dr. Schell, Dr. Donald Schell from Prince George's County Health Department. See you next time.